Madness in the court, guys. Absolute madness today in the court. As I was about to leave the overflow room, talking to some people in there, there was a jury note that gets passed. We see Mark Agnifilo pacing back and forth before everybody sits down. I'm thinking, why is this man pacing back and forth? In the corner, Brian Steele. In the corner, the woman, the sketcher, she sits down. So we're thinking, okay, something's going to happen now. Then the other lawyers, the prosecutions, they sit down as well. Diddy walks in, wearing yellow. Head down, extremely skinny, looking very gaunt, eyes sunken in, hairline's gone back to the 1950s. Everything is just crazy when it comes to his appearance. He's wearing the same yellow that he wore yesterday. I don't know, his damn self didn't wash that yellow. So he's in there, musty. Sits down. The lawyers are huddling against him. We don't know what the hell's going on. What's happening? Why is Diddy back? Maybe they're all back just to let everybody know. We're wrapping up for today. That's what we thought. A jury note. 5 minutes past 4 gets passed to the judge. Judge reads it out. Judge says the jury have reached a verdict. All of us in the courtroom, we were gasping. We were like, what? A verdict within less than 48 hours? What is this verdict? We're going to find out right now? I thought we were going to find out tomorrow. I thought we were going to find out Wednesday. Then the verdict gets written out. They are unsure on charge 1. Verdict 2, 3, 4, and 5. They have made a decision. We don't know what this verdict is, but they have made a decision. For the fact that they are unsure on RICO is crazy and shocking for the prosecution. They're not going to like that. But for the fact that they made a choice, a verdict within 48 hours on the majority of the other charges is not good news for the defense. Not good news at all, because it clearly shows that they've made their choices and they basically find this man guilty. That's what I assume this to be. They're going back and forth now. The prosecution are saying, we don't want a mistrial, giving different cases examples. We don't want a mistrial. A different jury are not going to have the same intelligence, but this jury, we don't want a mistrial. We don't want a mistrial. Let me read out some of my notes. The prosecution want to modify some charges and then want them to go deliberate. The defense don't want them to modify charges, but also want the jury to go back and deliberate. The jurors come in, right? The judge tells them, you got to go and deliberate on this charge one more time. The jurors are over it. They look depressed, sad, frustrated, irritated. They just don't, they will come back tomorrow and say, sorry, we're not budging. That's what I think is going to happen when it comes to this one verdict that they can't, be sure on, because they have made choices for the other 2 or 3, 4. Diddy's like this, just tapping his finger, nervous, such a nervous guy, as anybody would be, very nervous. The twins to me looked quite scared. Janice Combs swaying like this. I don't know why Auntie is swaying like this. Janice is swaying like this. This wig, I thought yesterday was the boss level. Today, it was something different. It just got even more bigger. Janice, where's Janice? Come on, Janice.
Hey, she even look this way.
Janice.
Have a good day. Free Diddy. Free Diddy. It's all right. Free Diddy. That's right. Free Diddy.
Yeah, you gotta press record.
That even from the overflow room, you can see Diddy in yellow, and you can see her yellow wig as well. Maybe they both were communicating together in some way. I don't know. That wig was huge. Christina Coram, you're definitely hiding in that wig, because I don't know why you were swaying. Some onlookers were saying that when she went into the courts, the security actually had to pat down her wig, thinking that she was hiding something in there. I can't verify that, but that's what the people around were saying. Now, Mark Agnifilo is talking about how the jury doesn't need help. They've conversed for 13 hours. They're a very efficient jury. They've done so well, and that they don't need any more help. We don't need a mistrial. We don't need a new juror. That's what the defense are saying. The prosecution are obviously fighting against a mistrial, and they continue to do this. They discuss about how this is going to drag on to July the 7th, potentially next Monday, and also that potentially court could be open on Thursday. Both the prosecution and the defense are fine with the courts being open on Thursday. The defense are, unsure, and they huddle, and then they said, you know what? Ask the jury not to rush. Don't tell the jury now, and about a possible Thursday return. The judge obviously is giving the jurors instructions and letting the jurors know what was going on. Nicole Westmoreland and Tenny Garagos were nervous. They were kind of like hugging each other, holding on to each other. Diddy and his lawyers were huddling for so long that so many of us thought that they were praying together, but they weren't. Diddy like this. Diddy looking down. Diddy like this. You got Christian Combs earlier today. He was smiling. I don't understand why. And then you have the daughters who just looked quite scared. They all the children ran into the room. Verdict, they ran, which means that they've been waiting in a different room, waiting to find out what is going on. fights broke out outside the courthouse when the verdict was written. There's a lot of Diddy supporters, not only outside the courthouse with protesters, there's a lot of Diddy supporters inside the courtroom. They don't like Cassie. These are the conversations they are having, and they are entitled to their opinions and whatever they believe it to be true. I did not expect that. I thought that the majority of the people would be anti-Diddy inside the courtroom, inside the main room, inside the overflow room, watching this all go on. I did not expect that. I really did not expect that. Oh my god, the jurors are over it, guys. This was a crazy day, so intense. I didn't expect all of this to take place, didn't expect a verdict, didn't expect to go this way. I'm genuinely dumbfounded and shocked by the madness of what has just happened. They're not short on Rico? They have a verdict for 2, 3, 4, and 5 in less than 48 hours? Even the defense are saying that this jury is efficient. But are they efficient? Or is it because there's so much evidence pointing towards Diddy being a bad man that it was very easy for them to come to a choice to drag this man down the drain? But they just don't think that he's guilty of Rico. Federal law, hello, federal case, conviction rates for Rico, 98% plus. He's not going to go down for Rico. This doesn't look good for the prosecution still. It doesn't look good for them for the fact that they're trying to get this man on organized racketeering crime, and they're not going to get him on Rico. The jurors are not sure in it. Just because it's hung and it's partially a verdict does not mean that this could lead to a mistrial, because if the jurors find Diddy guilty on the other charges, then it's a whole different conversation. He's obviously facing jail time. Again, we don't know what the verdict is, but it looks like the verdict is going to be given to us tomorrow. Hopefully they come to a choice when they deliberate all day tomorrow and come to the evening and tell us, and we are able to find out, oh, okay, the jurors will let us know that this is the verdict. They find him guilty on counts 2, guilty on counts 3, or not guilty on counts whatever they may be. So much tension. The family left. Christian again was smiling. Janice was, just chilling, doing her thing, walking slowly. Quincy was also there. The daughters were there. Diddy's best friend for 40 years was also there as well. I believe I spoke to him and did a little bit of interviewing, so that will come out to you guys soon. I had Shade Room on one side, TMZ on the other side, and there I was in the middle, and we were all speaking to Diddy's old friend, just asking him questions. That will come out as well. I did some media talk with some German media campaign who said that, I can speak for a minute. So I said, okay, because I just left the courtroom. I met your favorite YouTubers. I met BJ, I met Tisa, I met, who else was there? I met Arman. I was at plenty of YouTubers were there, who I, discussed with, spoke about stuff and what was going on. And I feel like some of you guys wanted this. You wanted me to meet these content creators. Well, we're all there in that circle. We bumped into each other. We said hi, but we're all busy. We all got our live streams going on. We're all trying to interact with people, take the pictures that people want, but we're also trying to get the content out for you guys to watch us. So it was very quick high and buys with everybody, because I know that they've got things to do, and they also know that I've got things to do, that we just got to get these videos out, because we're pumping out stuff 24/7 every single day. Every single day. So many people outside. There was a man talking about free Diddy, handing out Rico shirts. Free Diddy, Frico's not a Rico, handing out all these t-shirts for everybody to wear, as if everyone's going to wear it. Like that didn't make any sense to me. The jurors being upset by the fact that they have to go and deliberate again implies to me that they not only are stubborn, but that they're not gonna budge on this. They're just not short on Rico. I don't think an extra 24 hours is going to make them understand, okay, he's guilty, he's not guilty. They're not sure on Rico. That's huge. That's very bad news for the prosecution. That's not good news. Early on today, a statement in regards to possession of drugs and the transportation of drugs, and basically passing it around, these specific actions can be admitted in the court for the jury to read and consider. That basically means that Diddy could be done for some form of Rico, because he's out here passing stuff in the freak offs, passing stuff everywhere. The jurors might not think so, because the other people took it and Diddy wasn't forcing them to take it. But that's basically something that is really big. Some of Cassie's statements are also going to be admitted in, which prosecution were not great about. So make no mistake, even if you believe Diddy to be guilty and going down, the prosecution are still taking so many L's in these last couple of days. They definitely are. They didn't expect this to be partial verdict. A partial verdict is not great for the prosecution, because they want this to be a full strong verdict of this man being guilty, so they can wrap up this conversation and everything can be ended. Do I think Diddy's going to be guilty? Yes. Guilty on everything? No. As I've been saying. Do I think Diddy's going to be facing jail time and going to jail? Absolutely I do. I do not think that this man is going to be walking free. If this man is walking scot-free tomorrow, I would be absolutely shocked. I don't believe so, because I believe the jurors have found him guilty on some of the charges. That is why they've come to a choice so quickly, guys. Diddy was nervous. Diddy was nervous, as anybody should be. He wasn't showing it as much. His demeanor, he's controlled it very well. He wasn't showing it as much. Mark, he loves to walk around the whole courtroom. My man is walking up and down, walking around, talking to some people, talking to others, trying to be jovial. And just the fact that he's like, I look at the body language, guys. I don't look at what they say. I look at the body language. The body language of Diddy's lawyer is stressing. Reading these. Diddy read the note. Then he was like, that's what he looked like. That's what he looked like. He lost even more weight. Because why? The substances. He was addicted to them. He's lost all of that. So his body is reacting, and not in a great way. Not really because he's been in jail. Yes, of course he's been in jail, but also because of the withdrawal. He's no longer taking those substances that he was taking up until the day he was arrested. All of that has gone down the drain. We don't have that anymore for him. The prosecution really want to modify these charges in regards to RICO to make it easier for them to get Diddy down for the stuff. The Mark was like, The juror, the prosecution were bringing up a separate case as an example for why an intelligence of a new jury won't reach the intelligence of this jury, trying to bring in a different example of a case. The prosecution was doing a lot with that because the judge was making a funny remark. We were all laughing in the courtroom when the judge was like, okay, we don't need to go that far. Something like that he was saying. Basically saying, calm down with the comparisons that you're trying to make. It's a reach. You don't need to do all that. Like, calm down. So just a lot happened today, guys. I was meant to leave around 4 p.m. and then in that last hour, look what happened. And I'm so glad that I was there. I'm so glad I was there to see all of that. I'm just so glad that I was able to witness this. This is history, this case. And to be in the courtroom, whether it's the overflow or not, you're in the courtroom, you're seeing all of this with so many other reporters and people. Shocking to me. So shocking. So much happened. I'm in utter disbelief and shock at the fact that they can't decide on RICO. They are unsure on RICO, but the other verdicts they are sure on. To be honest with you, even if they came to a quick choice of the verdict, doesn't necessarily mean that Diddy is guilty. They could have been like, yeah, Cassie, guilty. The Jane verdicts, Jane's pissing me off. They could also be like that. We just simply don't know. But they've come to it so quickly. That is alarming to me. It shows the jurors want this job done, and their faces showed it. They looked depressed, guys. They looked sad. They looked exhausted from this case. Their faces, they were over it. They were over it. Anyways, subscribe to the channel, guys. Comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. Everything happened today in less than 15 minutes. Wanted to let you guys know, literally, there's so much more depth when you go into a courtroom and you get all this in. Please do subscribe. It's just one click, guys. That's all you guys have to do. Please do subscribe to the channel. Join Murad Nation. Join Marauders. Follow me on my Instagram at Murad_Morali. I would appreciate it. Follow me on my TikTok at Murad_Morali as well. I'm putting up content on there. Please do subscribe to the channel. Join Murad Nation. Send a tip if you guys wish to. Shout out to everybody who was on my 2 lives yesterday. I will be going live tomorrow as well, so keep your notifications on. Madness today. History is being made. The Jay-Z, he lost his extortion and defamation case. The Diddy verdict is about to be read out tomorrow, and it was made today far more quicker than we expected. Wow, what a day. What a day. Subscribe, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video. I'm tired.